Hello, everyone. Nice to meet with all of you once again. We are so thankful and grateful, and that we can have the Bible study over the internet. And when the Word is filled up in our heart, we can see that that Word, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And when we believe that that Word is going to give us the new heart and new strength inside of us. Today, we would like to share the word in the book of John and chapter 2, verse 4. And Jesus saith unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. Everyone, right now, John chapter 2, in the beginning, it starts with the story of a wedding of Canaan. And in that wedding, and Jesus and the disciples, they were invited. And this story is well describing us. This word is telling us about the spiritual life. You can divide this story in two parts. Today, I would like to speak about the first part of what the spiritual life is, that John chapter 2, the wedding of Canaan, this story is trying to tell us. Everyone here right now, they went to the wedding, the marriage of Canaan of Galilee. But in this Galilee, they did not have wine. Everyone also in Kenya, and during the wedding, what do you expect in the wedding? You also expect the delicious food, right? But not only delicious food, also in Kenya, when you go to the wedding, there's one thing that you must have to have. What is that? Yes, soda, right? Yes, when you go to the wedding, you expect that there must be soda. In the same way, here in the wedding of Canaan, Galilee, Canaan, Galilee is like a desert-like country. So that's why they did not have a good water. That's why they used to drink wine like water. That's why in this wedding, wine was very important. So people, they were drinking wine, but in this wedding of Canaan of Galilee, wine is very important in this wedding. But wine, ran out. They had no wine. So when they came to a situation where they had no wine, they came to Jesus. Everyone, what does that mean? Everyone, there are many times as we live our life, we are in the situation where we have no money, right? No strength, no happiness, no power, no good health, no strength. Everyone, that time when you do not have things, many people think that situation is not good. But I don't think like that. According to this Bible, when they had no wine, now that situation, having no wine, had drawn their heart to come unto Jesus. But when you come unto Jesus, people, the state of their heart can be different. Everyone, what is the spiritual life? Although they don't have wine, there are type of people who is still trying to work hard so that they try to get wine. But there are also another type of people who accurately realize that in this situation there's nothing that I can do, and they come unto Jesus, asking for his help, intervention of Jesus in their life. Everyone, what is the true spiritual life? Through this story, you can divide into two. First of all, true spiritual life is to accurately realize that there is nothing that I can do, and letting Jesus do my spiritual life. Now, the works of Jesus is the true spiritual life. Everyone, what is the true salvation? True salvation is only the works of Jesus Christ, isn't it? Yes, in that works of Jesus Christ at the cross, if your works are added onto it even a little bit, then that cannot be a true salvation. Also, the spiritual life is also in the same way only the works of Jesus Christ. Spiritual life is, what did Jesus do for you? Spiritual life is not about what I did for Jesus. Salvation is not about what I did for true salvation. It is only the cross of Jesus Christ, the works of Jesus Christ. In the same way, the spiritual life is also only the works of Jesus Christ in my life, in my Christian life, in my spiritual life. What did Jesus do for you? There are many things which people have done something for Jesus. But ask yourself a question. What did he do for you? Now, Jesus, he wants to do something for us in our life. Jesus, he wants to help in this wedding of Cana of Galilee. But he can't just help. There is the time that Jesus is able to do the work. Today we read that one verse, verse 4. Jesus saith unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. Everyone, there is that clear hour of Jesus when Jesus is able to do his work. When is that time? When is that hour of work of Jesus in your spiritual life? It is a time when you accurately realize your true image, that there is nothing that I can do. Everyone, when you look in the book of Genesis chapter 3, it says, Cursed is the ground for your sake. Everyone, because of Adam and Eve, we are the people who are already cursed. Our flesh is already cursed. We are already cursed. We are cursed is the ground. That ground always speaks about our flesh because we are created with the dust of the ground. Because we are created with the dust of the ground, we are of the ground. Nothing good can come out of us. Everything that comes out of us, no matter how good it may seem in our eyes, they are already cursed things. Now God, he says, you are cursed is the ground for the sake of Adam and Eve. Nothing good can come out of you. So if we try to live the spiritual life with what comes out from me, which is already cursed, then God cannot receive anything that comes out of me, which is done by me, my diligence, my effort. God cannot receive that. What God can receive is only the works of Jesus Christ through us. Then when is that hour of the works of Jesus through us? When we accurately realize that there is nothing that I can do for myself. There is nothing that I can do in my spiritual life. There is nothing that I can do to solve this problem of wine. That is the hour of the work of Jesus. When we accurately realize that in our heart, the works of Jesus kicks in. When you look in the Bible, and we can see all those people whom Jesus went and have met. Jesus went to the man who had infirmity for 38 years. Everyone, he was sick and lying for 38 years. He accurately realized that he couldn't do anything. And this man did not come to Jesus. Jesus is the one who went to him to meet with him and to work for him. That is the true spiritual life. What is the true spiritual life? The works of Jesus in my life is the true spiritual life. If my works is added onto the works of Jesus, then that can no longer be the true spiritual life. Now, the works of Jesus has an hour when he is able to do the work for us and through us. When is that? When we really and accurately realize my true image as a person, that there's nothing that I can do. When you accurately realize that in your heart. And then Jesus' hour comes and start doing the work for you. Next time when we meet, we would like to talk about the second thing of the spiritual life that comes out in the book of John in the wedding of Cana. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.